Hello, this is a fully restored and French polished Bechstein Model A 1907. The Bechstein Model A is 6 foot 1 inches long and this one has ivory keys and they're absolute perfect condition. Now the Bechstein Model A has 85 keys instead of 88. That's not important if you're taking exams. You won't have any exams that force you to use the top 3 notes. Just the top 3 notes missing up to C. If you're playing, very few classical pieces require those top 3 notes, but if you're a top concert pianist, you'll probably want them. Otherwise, no problem with 85 keys. Piano is 6 foot 1 inches long, and as you can see, we've restored this in every detail. The restoration includes a new rest plank, which is what the tuning pins go into. On our full restorations, normally replace the rest plank, not always, but that means you can put smaller tuning pins in. If the tuning pins are large, you'd have to put a new rest plank in anyway. But as you can see, the result is immaculate. It's all German parts, and the bass strings are German bass strings, and you can see by you can always tell a good string maker because the string line is really perfect. They pride themselves on a perfect string line, and and as long as possible, so you don't have too much gap between there. As you can see, the soundboard also looks immaculate, and if there are ever any splits on soundboards, we make sure they're repaired. And the decal here, that's the badge, is exactly the same as the original. It's a replacement decal. As you can see, it's totally immaculate on the soundboard. The piano has a beautiful rosewood veneer. Our French polishing team have done this piano, and the colour matches perfectly. Sometimes on grands you'll find there's a line here where the front lid's been kept open. So here it is with the front lid open, and along here, it hasn't. A lot of pianos you'll find that when you open it up like this, there's a tremendously different colour because it hasn't faded evenly. But this one, as you can see, is exactly the same right throughout. This Bechstein is 1907, so it doesn't have the tied action you get in the older ones. It's got the normal capstans like in the modern piano. Now it's got a new set of Arbel hammers. I don't know if you can read Arbel written on the side there. It's not coming out too well on this video. And this hammer says made in Germany. Arbel and Renner, there are 2 preferred hammer makers. As you can see, brand new hammers. They make, because they're rounded here, the top isn't too, when you get very worn hammers, there's too big an area here, and it makes a very podgy, dull tone. Whereas these bring out the harmonics, and we've done some voicing on. You can always see these slight fluffing up there. Shows that I've been voicing the hammers. These are new Renner shanks and rollers. Rollers there, it's important to change, and the shanks and the hinges here, that gives a nice even hinge so that the touch is as even as you possibly can get. So that's a fully restored Bechstein Model A 1907 and French polish as well. So it's a tremendous piano. The action on Bechsteins when they're restored is just superb. It's slightly lighter, I would say, than a modern piano, but very, very responsive. Just a joy to play. And very, very rich, warm sound throughout the whole piano. I can highly recommend this piano, not just as a wonderful instrument, but as a beautiful piece of furniture as well. Thank you very much for listening.